the singing lessons are over. Hoda can sing, she just doesn't believe that she can, is what I mean.
Can we, like, go karaoke or something?
Yes.
And just, like, we'll go, and they have those ones with, like, the room, like, the private...
karaoke. You're not
they have those, like, in this neighborhood, actually, where it's just the private room, so there's no pressure.
Someone told me, Andrew, someone told me if you mimic the note, like if you hit a note and I try to mimic you.
You always sing fine with me.
Okay, sing a note and let me try to mimic it. Look.
It's happening. It's happening.
Well, this is not about us. All right, so if you guys are a fan of HBO's hit series Girls, then you already know Andrew from his role as Elijah alongside Lena Dunham, or maybe you know him from his movie to the big screen starring in The Intern, which was awesome, with Hollywood heavyweights Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro.
But this month, he is making his way back to his Broadway roots, performing in the much-anticipated musical revival of Falsettos. Story is set in the early 80s, and it follows a New Yorker who has left his wife and young adolescent son for his male lover.
What?
Always difficult when that happens.
No, that's not anybody's.
Did you miss Broadway?
I did miss Broadway. I've been so lucky that, you know, Girls usually we film from, like, April to August, and the past couple years I've been able to be in some shows. I did Hedwig 2 years ago. I was in Hamilton last year.
How was Hamilton? You were the king?
You couldn't get a hit.
I know. It's sort of embarrassing that's, I mean, not embarrassing, I mean, it's an embarrassment of riches, I suppose.
Yeah.
You played the king in Hamilton?
I did. I played the king in Hamilton.
He's on stage for just a few minutes.
9 minutes.
9 minutes, but they're hysterical 9 minutes.
But I've not gotten to do, like, a full run of a show, so this is very exciting to get to be back.
And tell us about your character. You played the lover.
I played the lover, so it's a really unique show, and it was one that I fell in love with. I saw it on the Tony Awards in 1992, and I was, you know, at home in Omaha, Nebraska, and had very little access to Broadway, but the Tonys were sort of the window to that. And they performed a number, and I completely fell in love with the show. So it's very strange to be able to do it now with the director, James Lapine, who also wrote the book to the musical, who wrote Into the Woods and Sunday in the Park with George.
One of Sondheim's favorite collaborators.
Yes, and so it's so exciting to get to be a part of this production with him.
You've been pinching yourself so much.
Yeah.
You must
a
be
lot
like
of pinching.
A lot of pincushioning.
A lot of pinching, yeah.
Do you have to retrain for Broadway? Once you haven't done it for a while, what do you have to do to get back in sort of Broadway shape? Yeah,
there's definitely like a muscle memory, particularly with memorizing the score. And this show is completely sung through, so it's 2 acts, no dialogue, it's all sung. So that was a very specific challenge to have to like get your voice back in shape to do that. And also just memorizing that much material. And it's sort of, there's always a little moment where you're like, I don't know if I know this next part.
Well, that happened to you in Hamilton.
It did happen to me in Hamilton.
It happened to him.
Yeah.
Only 9 minutes and you found a way.
I know. I messed it up. I messed it up.
We've all done it.
What did I decide to do? I kept moving my mouth, but I just stopped. There was no...
To make it like a sound
problem. So I was like, maybe they'll just think my microphone went out. So I just kept, it was like...
That's actually... That's brilliant.
I don't know. And then finally, Alex Lackmore, the conductor, yelled up the lyrics, and I lost about 10 years of my life in that moment.
Did people laugh, or were they...
No, everyone was baffled. They're like, is he having a stroke? Like, what's happening?
Well, you never know with that king what could be happening.
Something, yeah. And luckily, it was before the recording came out, so nobody... Now I think it would be a real issue.
Everybody knows all the words.
So that would not be good.
So what's next for you? Because this is a limited run,
This is a limited run. We're only doing this through January 8th, which is very bittersweet, but, you know, feels special that we get to do this special show for a little while. And
do you know what the next project is?
I don't really.
But that's
much to my mother's horror. I don't have a job. No, it's hard to say. Well, Girls will we just finished our final season, filming our final season, so that will
starts to air
in 2017. So we'll be doing, you know, that'll keep me a little bit busy.
You always get something. You are.
We're not gonna throw a telethon for you.
Now I'm just coming here. I'm just gonna stop by and
and help us maul other things. We love you, Andrew. We don't care what anybody says. We think you're absolutely adorable.
That means so much.
Come back and see us anytime, all right?
We love you.
All right, what?
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.